The last time Dr. Richard Greene and his team went on an expedition to the Antarctic, they mapped out all of the icy landscape. So when they finally returned after the winter and found a strangely formed plaque where it didn't belong, they knew they had to take a closer look. Using their trusted instruments, they decided to take a closer look. However, when Dr. Greene read their equipment, he paled. This couldn't be good. He didn't understand. How could this be? How old was this ice? Where had it appeared from? And most importantly, what would they discover within it? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Dr. Greene had always been fond of the Antarctic. It had been the primary reason he requested to be stationed at the Southern Pole. He had been keeping a close eye on the landscapes for many years, so he was the first to notice the significant change that had happened during the winter months. During the harsh winter, when no sunlight reached the South Pole, Dr. Greene and his team were always forced to leave the Arctic. Though he didn't like it, he would rather leave than freeze to death. They left some equipment running while they were gone, but Dr. Greene would never have expected it to show these strange numbers. With the link to the network, he was able to monitor the Arctic even in the winter months. Yet, what he monitored could never have prepared him for this. Upon their return, every single person on his team noticed the massive change, and none of them knew how this could possibly have happened and where it had come from. Though seeing ice in the ocean and surrounding the Antarctic wasn't something strange, this specific shape was. It was worrisome that none of them knew where this could possibly have come from. It was formed in a perfect rectangle. Richard noted the coordinates in his journal before ordering the ship's captain to go to the cabin. Before they could delve deeper into the mystery, they would need the equipment that held the data of the past few months. The captain steered toward the given coordinates of Dr. Greene, and soon, the well-known and almost homely cabin came into view. The instruments were right, as he had left them several months ago. Dr. Greene and his team filed into the cabin, grabbing everything that they needed to crack the mystery surrounding the plaque. It made him only more curious. He needed to know what it meant. After he and the team grabbed everything they might need, they quickly returned to the boat. It didn't look like it had any connection to the surrounding ice. It had been curious, almost as if the ice had appeared out of nowhere. Even getting on the plaque didn't seem to be an easy feat. Aside from its angular shape, it was also rather tall. "Ice picks!" Dr. Greene ordered as he and his crew grabbed their equipment for safety and climbing. The only way they could get on there was through those picks. It was his first time in the Antarctic, and it was noticeable. He started the climb in the middle of the pack, but that didn't seem to help him. As he pulled himself up with his ice pick, the ice gave way, releasing the pick as James was suddenly dangling multiple feet in the air by the strength of a singular arm. The cold wind howled around Dr. Richard Greene and his team as they began their arduous ascent. Dr. Greene, leading from the front, set a steady pace, ensuring each foothold was secure before advancing further. The daunting height did little to deter their determination. Upon cresting the top of the iceberg, the team was immediately struck by the surface's unnatural evenness. The vast expanse of ice stretched out like a blank canvas, devoid of the usual chaotic tapestry of ridges and valleys found in natural formations. Dr. Greene, his eyes scanning the horizon, noted the distinct absence of any animal or human prints. The lack of disturbances on the ice suggested an origin far from the usual processes that shape these frozen landscapes. Mindful of safety and the need for constant communication, Dr. Greene designated one of the crew members to remain on the boat. This crew member was tasked with maintaining a vital link to the outside world, ensuring a lifeline for the team as they delved deeper into their investigation. Sasha, an experienced member of the team, couldn't hide her astonishment at the iceberg's condition. As she walked alongside Dr. Greene, her voice carried a tone of disbelief. "It's like nothing I've ever seen, Richard. Not a single flaw on its surface." Her words echoed the unspoken thoughts of the entire team. With a nod from Dr. Greene, the team dispersed, each member selecting a spot on the vast, unmarred surface of the iceberg. Dr. Greene positioned his drill over a carefully chosen site. As the bit bored into the ice, he watched the readings on his instruments, expecting the usual data indicative of ice composition and age. But as the drill went deeper, his seasoned eyes noticed something different. This was not the routine procedure he had anticipated. The drill's data started streaming in, and Dr. Greene's brow furrowed in concentration. The numbers on his screen were aberrant, not at all what he had expected from a typical iceberg sample. Gathering his team, Dr. Greene shared the perplexing data. A hush fell over the group as they pondered the implications. The unusual readings were unlike anything they had encountered before. Discussions broke out in hushed tones, with team members theorizing about the iceberg's origins and what lay beneath. Resolved to understand the extent of this anomaly, Dr. Greene made the decision to drill in multiple locations across the iceberg. The team moved into action, their earlier routine now charged with a new urgency. As the drills delved deeper into the ice, an unexpected discovery halted their progress. Mysterious air bubbles trapped within the ice emerged into view, glistening like tiny jewels under the Antarctic sun. Each bubble seemed to hold a story, a frozen moment in time, waiting to be unraveled. Dr. Greene, upon seeing the air bubbles, immediately recognized their potential significance. The discussion quickly turned to theories about their origin and what they could reveal about the iceberg's history. Realizing the need for more specialized equipment to analyze these air bubbles, Dr. Greene sent a few team members back to the boat. They moved quickly, understanding the urgency and importance of this new development. The boat, a speck in the distance, was soon bustling with activity as the team members gathered the necessary tools and instruments for a more detailed examination of the ice. Meanwhile, Dr. Greene, Sasha, and a few others remained on the iceberg, undeterred by the harsh conditions. Their eyes were fixed on the bubbles, contemplating the secrets they held. They marked the areas with the most bubble concentration, preparing for a thorough investigation. Upon the return of the team with the equipment, a detailed analysis of the air bubbles commenced. Each bubble was carefully examined, data logged, and hypotheses formed. Fueled by their intriguing discovery, the team deployed a larger drill, capable of penetrating deeper into the ice's mysteries. As the drill's teeth bit into the crystalline surface, a sense of anticipation enveloped the crew. The drill's work soon unveiled a stunning revelation. The air bubbles, once thought to be mere pockets of trapped air, were the gateways to larger, hidden caverns within the ice. Dr. Greene, recognizing the significance of their find, quickly began preparations for an expedition into the caverns. He selected a team of experienced members, each well-versed in ice exploration. Together, they donned specialized gear, preparing for the unknown conditions they might face inside the caverns. As they approached the entrance to the caverns, maintaining communication with the rest of the team on the boat was paramount. Dr. Greene ensured that their radio equipment was in working order, establishing a lifeline back to the boat. With a collective breath, the team took their first steps into the caverns. Stalactites of ice hung from the ceiling, and the walls shimmered with a kaleidoscope of icy blues and whites. Navigating the labyrinthine depths of the caverns proved challenging. Paths that appeared straightforward would abruptly end, forcing the team to backtrack and find new routes. Throughout their expedition, the team took care to meticulously record every detail of their findings. Photos were taken, samples collected, and observations noted. Each member knew the importance of documenting this unprecedented journey. In the depths of the caverns, the team stumbled upon a breathtaking sight. Animals and other entities, perfectly preserved in the ice. It was as if time had stood still, capturing these creatures in a frozen tableau. Each discovery was a window into an ancient world, revealing species that had walked the earth thousands of years ago. The team moved with reverence around these icy tombs, aware of the preciousness of their find. The revelations found in the ice reshaped their understanding of the region's history, hinting at a past that was both wildly different and hauntingly familiar. The specimens they found told a story of an ancient ecosystem, preserved in time within the depths of the iceberg. As they navigated further into the caverns, the team encountered an unexpected phenomenon: rock formations embedded within the ice. These geological structures seemed out of place amidst the frozen landscape, challenging their understanding of the cavern's formation. Dr. Greene, pondering the presence of these rock formations, hypothesized a connection to recent seismic activity in Antarctica. The implications of this discovery for science: the discovery of rock within the ice was a pivotal moment, suggesting a significant shift in the region's geography. The team began to connect the dots, piecing together the geological history of the area. These rocks, frozen in time, were telling a story of a landscape that had undergone profound changes, reshaping the very nature of the Antarctic continent. They pondered the possibility that this iceberg was a window into a world long gone, holding secrets about the planet's geological and biological history, waiting to be unearthed. In a moment of revelation, Dr. Greene proposed a groundbreaking theory. The iceberg they were exploring was not typical sea ice, but rather land ice, dislodged by recent seismic activity. This seismic activity, he suggested, had pushed up the seafloor, bringing the land ice and its secrets to the surface. This theory explained the presence of rock formations and the well-preserved specimens within the ice. This newfound understanding of the iceberg's origin opened a gateway to unlocking ancient mysteries. The land ice, having been sea ice for thousands of years, potentially contained vital information about prehistoric animals and perhaps even traces of early human activity. Each layer of ice could reveal stories from a time long past, offering a unique glimpse into the Earth's history. Were immense. It offered new insights into the history of climate change, the movements of geological structures, and the ecosystems that existed in ancient times. The team recognized that their findings could significantly contribute to the understanding of how Earth's climate and landscape have evolved over thousands of years. Amidst their excitement, the team also grappled with the ethical considerations of their work. They pondered the delicate balance between scientific exploration and the preservation of such a unique and potentially fragile site. Their discussions revolved around how to responsibly study and share their findings without causing harm to this extraordinary window into Earth's past. As the team prepared to share their findings with the world, they reflected on the profound impact of their discovery. They recognized that their work marked the beginning of a new chapter in understanding Earth's history. Their journey had not only shed light on the past, but also provided important insights that could shape how humanity understands its place in the vast timeline of the planet's history.